Welcome to the Hillbilly RV channel. Today we're on the Greenbrier River again. Saw a bunch of river lots here. There's like little cabins, and there's RVs and just several places here. It's pretty nice. I had never been there before. Funny thing is, it's on the road that leads to Camp Lightfoot. I don't even know if that camp's still in existence. I'm going to ask this customer here in a minute. It's where the hillbilly went to his first summer camp. Probably 10 or 12 years old. It was a 2-week camp. It was back in the day when, when you're at camp, you wrote letters home. And I remember I wrote home and I said, send candy or bring candy. I think they actually had a parent visitation like in the middle. The first, you got there, and then the next weekend parents come to visit, and then the next weekend you went home or whatever, and it's like, send candy, bring candy, because they didn't have candy. It's funny. Yeah, mom and dad got there. I hadn't even changed clothes. I don't even know if I took a shower, but I hadn't changed clothes for a whole week. Mom was so upset. But it was just funny. Left my own device. They didn't make me take a shower or change clothes, so I did. So yeah, what are we working on today? I don't know. Yeah, I do. Y'all don't know. Working on air conditioner. Gentleman says it just doesn't cool very good, or doesn't cool at all. So let's go check it out and see what's up. We're up on the roof. The customer actually took the shroud off and took the metal case off the front so we could see the coils and everything, and they look pretty good. They're not dirty. Not like that last one we did. But he says he comes in, starts the air conditioner, seems like it's cool, and then he goes fishing, and he'll come back a few hours later, but it's just blowing hot air. So I don't know whether it's freezing up. I don't know whether it doesn't have enough Freon. I don't know. We're gonna check it out here and see if we can figure it out. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down and start the air conditioner and let it run for a little bit, and we're gonna check the amp draw on the compressor and start from there. So let me go cut it on. Well, I was getting ready to put my amp clamp on the purple wire coming out of the control box, which is the compressor, and the fan cuts off. And then I'm fooling around. We took the cover off that box, and we couldn't make it do it again, and all of a sudden it cut off, and then it didn't come back on. I don't know what's going on here. So let's we got a bad connection or a bad wire or something maybe. This might be hard to find. Legend inside that box on that lid. Fan. Wait, don't tell us. Tells us which one's the fan switch relay, but it don't tell us which color wires. We can look at the fan motor and tell. We'll tell you what. Let's just plug it back in and see. All the wires are tight in there. There again, we got compressor, no fan. There has to be a relay of that. Alright, we don't want to let that compressor run very long like that, because that just builds up some super high pressures in that system. Let me see if I can find another wiring diagram. why that's a fan. Okay, we're getting power from the thermostat to the board to turn the fan on, but somewhere we're losing. It acts like it's in this plug or it's in this control board. One of the two. So the fan wires, high is black, low is red, and white is common. So the red wire is that terminal right there. I'm gonna go get my other meter because the probes are a lot better on it. Alright, got my good fluke meter. Let's put our probe, the back probe, this black wire. That's our high fan. And let's plug it back in and see if we're losing power. Now the fan comes on, of course. Alright. I want to go ahead and do the amp draw on the compressor while the fan's running. Amp draw doesn't look too awful bad. So we're going to let it run for a little bit and see what it says.
Alright, we're at 10 and it's filing.
Yeah. This data tag tells us that the compressor should pull 12.8 amps. And I think that's probably based on like an 80-degree day, which we're just about there. So this thing is climbed to 10 amps and continues to climb, so it may get to 12.8 or close to that. So I don't really know yet why this thing is not working properly, unless the fan's cutting off on him and he doesn't realize it. It comes back on when it gets here. So I don't know. We're gonna keep looking. We got a new J-box. Coleman calls their control box a J-box. We're gonna switch it out real quick because it just takes a minute. Well, a little more than a minute. I forget they've updated the connectors. Yeah, we're gonna switch this board out real quick and make sure that the fan will stay consistent with this board. Make sure the power is off. I cut the breaker, the two breakers that said AC, but that don't mean those actually the right ones. So it does come with a new little wiring harness because they've just changed the connectors. They've had them spade connectors forever. And for some reason they thought, well, let's change it up. We do have to install the freeze sensor, or at least plug it into the board. We don't have to install it in the coils right yet. put it on the board, and then we're gonna have to figure out the least invasive way to install this new wiring harness. I may just go get some nail spades and put on here and do it that way. So just put spades on it, male spades on the end of that, because we're not 100% sure we're going to leave that new board, so I don't want to cut those female spades off because I'll just have to put more on. But now the wiring colors have changed, so we're going to have to go with the legend here and the legend here and make sure we get all the right wires on the right place. Ground, and on this one our 12-volt ground is blue, so those match up. Alright, just plug that in, and alright, Y is yellow on the new one. Y on our old one is red. Okay. Just in case we put this back, I'm just going to go ahead and label them. So don't even have to think about it. We'll just put them back where they belong. So Y is going to be yellow now. And then GH is green on the new harness and green on the old one. And GL is white on the old one. It should be gray on the new one. It is. So there we go. Now we'll just plug this into the new board and plug our upper unit in, and then we'll go cut the breaker back on. Why is there? Is that really a relay opening and closing? Sure sounds like it, don't it?
I can't really hear it.
I can. Just wiggling.
No, I can hear it now.
Is that coming across the camera? There's a relay opening and closing, just wiggling the wires. Well, that's just weird. Maybe our issue wasn't in the control box or this connector at all. Let's see what it's going to do. Yeah, it just don't sound promising. Well, that just don't seem right. You can hear that now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that just makes absolutely no sense. I'm gonna go cut the power on and see what it acts like. It don't sound like it's gonna work for whatever reason.
And this is the thermostat wire, right?
Yeah, that's the low voltage stuff. it's not the control box. Fan was
Now the fan's running about,
yeah, about half speed or less. We got a bad wire or something. Do what, we're going to go back down in that cable there and see if we have a spare wire for the high fan. 'Cause that's one that's not working. But I think there are no spares in there. But every time we touch those wires, you can hear relays opening and closing in there. It's hard to isolate which wire is causing the issue. Seems like no matter what you touch there, does it seem like it's more the green wire maybe? Or yellow wire? I don't know, they're all doing it.
got that out of apart.
Yeah, it always.
Just gonna try to get it isolated out here by
Well, let's
itself.
quit doing it. Green wire was the. Let's see, green wire was what?
That's definitely
Green's high fan.
That's definitely the
Yep.
culprit.
That's the culprit. Green one's the high fan. Okay. Wonder, is there any other wires in it? Nope, there's only 4. Well, it looks like that green wire's having an issue. So we're gonna see if we can isolate that. See if it's broken.
It's in this female here.
You think that's where it's at?
Well,
Let me,
I'm not working anything back that way.
yeah. Well, let me crimp it a little bit more and see if that straightens up. Maybe it didn't get crimped good.
But it looks like it would pull out.
Well, let me go get a female.
Okay.
Alright, well, I changed that spade connector and the relay stopped clicking. So let's
Alright.
plug her upper unit back in and see if it works more consistently. We're going to just let this run for a little bit and see what happens. Customer bought some coil cleaner, so while we got this coil all exposed up here, we're going to clean it also. He got some foaming cleaner, similar to what I have, what I used. We're going to clean this real good. I brought a towel up to put down the hole, and we're going to clean that coil real good, and then we're going to see what happens. Okay, it's all buttoned up on top, or we got the metal part put on, the plastic shroud's not on, but we can test our temperature differentials now. We're just going to go in the intake with one thermometer, and we'll go to this very first vent with the next thermometer and see what our differential is. Differentials, difference between the two thermometers. that where we can read it, and then we'll just go to this very first vent right here and put our other thermometer, and we will give these 10 or 15 minutes, and we'll be back to look at them. All right, been a few minutes. Let's see what they say. There's our intake. We're at about 62. There's our exhaust. We're at 50. So we're about 12 degrees. We'd like to see 20. 20 is optimal. 12 may not be sufficient. This thing might be just a little low on Freon. Like I said, we'd like to see 20. I don't know. I guess this customer's going to just try this thing for a little while longer, see how it works, see if he's happy with it. If not, he's going to switch it out, because they don't do that anymore. And so yeah, that's going to be it on this one. So if you made it all the way to the end, thanks for watching. I am going to go up the road and work on another one. I may or may not video it, but y'all have a fantastic day.